Good morning. Okay. I'm thinking everything's still working.
Fight the planet!
Okay, that's encouraging. What about...
Norikitia says, cat.
Don't I have a cat command? Good morning, Nori. There's your red. Red doesn't come through really good.
A Dev Panda says, Aardvark.
What I have for Aardvark? Okay, well, Firebot's working now. Let's check the YubTub.
A Dev Panda says, wildebeest.
Yeah. Should be live. It is live. Okay. They are awful about promoting live.
Kev_Prime says, good morning.
Good morning, Kev Prime. How you been? What's going on? We need to be this way a little bit more. It's just so we see Kermit, and then we're good. Yep. Am I in frame? I had to move my camera the other day, so I don't know. Yeah, kinda. I don't think I'm scooched up all the way, though. Now, for the record, Master Blaster and K Bandwidth were kicking my ass this morning.
Kev_Prime says, I've been up late recently and an Oceanic streamer I follow just went offline and UK online time zones are awesome.
Very cool. Okay, so that's working, but my... Oh, I know why that's not working. Because it's not the same scene, is it? Yeah, actually it is. Center.
A Dev Panda says awesome unless you're trying to arrange phone calls. D. Kev_Prime says oh I see why that might not fly. Kev_Prime says I need sleep. A Dev Panda says sleep is for the tired.
I've been exhausted lately, so I get it.
Arkham's and Gels Asylum says good morning.
I'm still cleaning up that tree.
A Dev Panda says still getting over allergy.
Allergies are still a thing. Oh, what? Still getting over allergy. What's allergy?
A Dev Panda says an unspecified or indeterminate illness. I had caught the dreaded allergy.
Oh, no. Allergies, the new job. We had a tree come down, so I'm still cleaning up debris and branches from that. This weekend, they'll all be stripped enough for me to run them through the chipper.
Zisk says hello, waving hand,
Good
waving
morning,
hand,
Zirks.
waving hand.
How you doing, Zirks? Arkham's Angels Asylum. I think you're new. No, you've been here before. I'm sorry.
Arkham's and Gels Asylum says no lol. Arkham's and Gels Asylum says just rare.
It's okay. Yeah, rare's fine. I just make it a point to try to remember everyone. Yeah, Kev Prime. Yep. Okay, so good. Okay, so YouTube is live. I'm gonna have to put another. Yep, I'm gonna have to put another badge or something somewhere.
Zisk says streaming on Yit.
Yep. So, long story short, the first couple times I streamed to YouTube with Chill Hop and Bass Rebels, which is what I use for copyright-free music, YouTube lit up like a Christmas tree. Like, it was all kinds of flags for copyright content. So I pulled it down because I'm not trying to get in trouble over there either. But then on Twitch, I learned that I can pull music and Spotify out of my VODs. So if you go back and look at my VODs on Twitch, there's not any music in the background. But as far as I know, you can't do that on YouTube, and you can't do that same thing with Restream for some reason, because I'm using Restream right now to stream to YouTube. So I stopped streaming to YouTube because I didn't want the hassle. but I'm starting it up again. Well, how's everyone doing? Good morning. Zerks, what are you up to today? Arkham's Angels, what are you doing today?
Zisk says, how much liters of coffee do you drink daily?
Liters?
Smiley face.
Like three cups. 3 cups. Like these guys. Just like a 10-ounce cup. I alternate coffee and water all day. So I'll have 3, like, I have like a 24-ounce
says you weeks
container.
worth of cloud computing schoolwork. Arkham's and Gels Asylum says 7.
Yikes. You're trying to get caught up?
Arkham's and Gels Asylum says yep. Wapineen says morning.
Whoopin'. Good morning. How you doing? Hey, thanks for sharing about your side. You know what else you're doing? Saw that in the Discord the other day.
Zisk says
Okay.
I'm organizing a CTF event in my university, creating some challenges related to web.
Very cool. After it launches, I would love to try it on stream if you'd let me. Who else? Dev Panda, what are you working on?
Says hi Theo, won't be here by the time you see this, on the what to work. Have a good stream, British love.
Bye,
Zisk
Jess.
says sure, flex biceps, flex biceps.
Have a good day at
Jess
work,
says
Jess.
way.
Have a good day at work, Jess.
Upineen says have a good day, Jess.
So does shout out work from Restream?
A Dev Panda says preparing for a 13-week code boot camp starting on Monday.
Preparing for a 13-week code boot camp starting on Monday. Good for you. Dev Panda, I thought you were pretty well versed in coding. Oh, and then I gotta come back for Nori.
A Dev Panda says I am, but someone else is paying for this, and I've never done data science/engineering.
Awesome.
Wapineen says I feel the urge to play Tetris.
I like a good Tetris remix. You know what I'm saying? I like a good Tetris remix. The hoodie's killing.
Norikitia says you shouted her first. I see nor iki one Aggie. Wapineen says hello Nori.
Nori. You're right. I'm sorry. I didn't do it on purpose. I mean, she is the first in my Discord list.
Wapineen says bop 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 bop. A
So-
Dev Panda says at Wapineen I know what you mean. Kev_Prime says my wife play Tetris a few times a week and has for years. She is silly good at those games, gets really competitive.
Really? That's cool.
Norikitia says hi at Wapineen.
So I got a bit of a bug in my ass on the beginning of
Kev_Prime
this
says
week.
I can't put groceries away anymore. BC of it. Wapineen says you've got a what, sir?
I got a bug in my ass. I got mad. I got pissed at something because I usually try to get like a t-shirt before the Browns like season, right? And these were all runners up. Actually, I really like this. I may still get that. God, it's just really expensive though. And I like this one too. With the orange, the bright orange. But
What
long
Pinning
story
says
short,
auto mod.
they didn't have the size.
Kev_Prime says NFL week is exciting.
I got irritated. I got irritated because the few shirts that I wanted, they don't have my size. Like, I mean, honestly, get your shit together. Get more product in. It's like, that's all you printed? That's
Wapinine
it?
says double XL. Wapinine says X double XL.
No, just XL. 47? I think it was 47. There it is. Great
A Dev
t-shirt.
Panda says I am happy moving from triple XL to double XL smile.
I gotcha. Yeah, we all struggle with that. I have a couple extra layers on right now. Great t-shirt. This is my style. You know what I mean?
says that's the most popular size, aka middle-aged spread size.
Yeah, that makes sense. Great t-shirt. Great t-shirt, really my style. You know what I mean? It almost looks like a t-shirt that you would give an employee at like a meat packing plant. So that's why I liked it. And they don't have my size. Small. All they have is small.
Norikitia says thank you for shouting me out second Noriki one cry.
Nori.
K_bandwidth
Hey, Cam
says hi
Bandwidth.
hi.
Hey, I'm sorry about the
A
lack
Dev
of
Panda
streams.
says only available in double XS.
I'm really
XS,
struggling.
And S?
Yeah. They so what these companies will do, instead of being burdened with all this extra product, which is not like it's sitting on the Cleveland Browns shelves at the stadium, right? They only make some of them so they're not burdened with all the extra product, so they'll run out. And that's another way they keep their prices high because, oh, well, the demand is so high. It's bullshit. You just print some more. So I got pissed. So I said, F it. I'll make my own. So I started making my own t-shirts. So here's the first one. Really, it's there. There's the front with the Tecmo Cleveland Brown logo. And then giant, just like my YSU football, my local university one I have, a giant helmet on the back. Uh-oh.
Wapinine says Theo permission to pot link to some proper clobber. Wapinine says post.
Post a link to proper clobber. Yes, but you have to define. You got to tell me what you mean first.
Wapinine says https://shop.yif.com/. Norikitia says he's going back to bed. Is sick again nor icky one cry but he's watching.
Okay. Even if you're not watching, Nori, go to sleep. I'm sorry to hear you don't
says
feel
check
well.
us bruv. Proper kits mate. K_bandwidth says it feel better soon.
Oh, come on. It wiped them all out?
Kev_Prime says one thing I hate with official NFL gear is like all the stores online just like drop ship the stuff from the main website. So the stock is similar
Correct.
everywhere.
Yeah, yep, that's correct. That's correct. And that's because licensing for NFL gear is ridiculous. Like this t-shirt, come on. Oh, I already did I close it out? Regular price is $40. Give me a break. It's a t-shirt. I mean, honestly, no more than $20, $25.
Bandwidth says this a local place? Pretty sure any store will be able to print this with ease.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. I mean, yeah, I can. And that's what I'm doing. So
L_Agenho says who we hacking today?
Hey, Ragano. Actually, I'm gonna get to it. I need to look into Windows privilege escalation.
A Dev Panda says at L_Ragenho the planet. K_Bandwidth says it better be like dry fit or something. It looks like the shirts I wear around the house.
No, it's not dry. I don't like dry fit. I like cotton. I like cotton, or I like that weathered. I don't know what you call it. Tri-blend.
Says, hammer and pick.
So I have to go through Windows privilege escalation. The company I work for wants me to try to escalate the privileges on my work laptop. It's like a dream come true.
K_Bandwidth says I'd bet 3 for $10, $40 for that, because it has an orange helmet on it.
Oh, I hear you. I hear you. And I could probably reproduce that. But okay, so
says
it pissed me off. So I'm creating my own. So there's the first one.
Question.
Go ahead. And then I'll change this while you're typing your question. Ragano, how you doing today?
Wapinine says what are your steps you document? Introduction, enumeration, etc.
There are, if you Google, there are plenty of, are you talking about like report writing? No, you're talking about like documenting like a CTF walkthrough. Document them all, and look at what other people do as well. I'll show you what I do.
L_Agenho says I'm doing not too bad, thanks. Got some work stuff to finish to round off the week. Also getting to that time where I consider lunch.
We have Labor Day coming up here Monday, so it's a long...
I've seen some write-ups where they seem to be doing foothold in the enumeration phase, etc. I mean CTF, and I mean I'm trying to write a template for myself.
Yeah, okay.
Kev_Prime says saw some honeypot data last night that made me laugh super hard. There's an old MS Exchange vulnerability from 2021 where the exploit forwards emails from the server to an attacker's email address. Uneducated script kiddie black hats will forward the email to their actual email, effectively doxing themselves. Kev_Prime says it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Wapinine says OLFG then, D how do I do it?
Who are you talking to? You talking to Kev Prime? I wouldn't worry about that stuff. I wouldn't worry about that script kiddie stuff if I were you. There's always going to be scripts out there, GitHub repositories full of just exploits that you can download and run. There's no learning there. It's like downloading and running a program for your PC. So this is what I do. I put it in chat. This is Captain Crunch made a CTF for me, and I went through. It was helping me do reverse shells. There's like this particular box had like 3 reverse
says
shells.
Intro, and you foothold, then proving, and I'm talking to you surprisingly.
Intro, enumeration, foothold, and then privilege escalation. Yeah, that should be good.
Wapinine says Fortage. Wapinine says Tage. Wapinine says Stage. Wapinine says God this keyboard.
I think there's more. I think they break out more. OWASP.
Wapinine says no wonder I can't win spelling bee. Wapinine says talking of wasps. K_bandwidth says cyber kill chain.
Cyber kill chain is what you are it's the steps that the attacker takes. I'm not sure the kill chain is a good template for writing your pen test reports. And now that I'm looking at OWASP penetration testing, I'm not sure this is it either. Oh my God. There it is. It's similar. Like, you're going to want to do these. It's just similar. I don't know about, I mean, clearing tracks. Yeah. I mean, you could add that.
Wapinine says top 5 tools outside of Nmap and Metasploit that you use for CTF.
Nmap. It's in.
Wapinine says no Nmap.
You mean no Nmap? It's a tool that I use. Oh, outside of Nmap.
says we all know that.
GoBuster or
Kev_Prime
Durbuster.
says 1. Google.
Yeah, Google. That's a good one. Hydra.
A Dev Panda says 2.
Linpeas is a good one too.
JK/S. Wapinine says yeah, but I want the opinion of my peers. Wapinine says Google can go F themselves.
Well, I mean, does that? Yeah, Google can go F themselves, but internet search is a lot of what I do also.
Kev_Prime says I meant like the use an internet search OFC. Wapinine says yeah, I've done that of course.
Did you say outside of
Kev
Metasploit too?
_ Prime says I do enjoy perplexity for some things. Wapineen says but that's not scientific. Perhaps my search warrant as good as yours? Perhaps my conclusions are biased? Perhaps I need the opinion of my peers.
You need time to
Particularly G says hello.
refine your Google foo.
A Dev Panda says social engineering. People are easier than systems.
Yeah, they are, but if you're doing ethical hacking, sometimes the scope of the customer doesn't include social engineering. But you're right. People
Wapineen
are...
says I'm talking about things like client.
SMB client? Okay, yeah.
Wapineen says some client.
Yep. People are the fastest, easiest,
Kev
cheapest way
_
into
Prime
an
says
organization.
yeah, but social engineering is out of scope for simple CTFs.
Correct.
K _ bandwidth says that a Dev Panda and more fun to full /. A Dev Panda says agreed.
I never documented Mr. Robot. Oh my god.
Hack the Planet says morning.
Good morning, Tagora. How you doing?
Hackeroni says often beating a human is not enough. All the technical defense comes right after, like EDR and other defenses. Particularly G says so many rabbit hole on Mr. Robots.
Yeah.
Hack the Planet says oh.
There you go. There's this FB client.
K _ bandwidth says at Hackeroni it's enough if you want some ice
Those are
cream.
the only ones that come to mind.
Kev _ Prime says why did the steganographer break up with the cryptographer?
Uh-oh.
Hack the Planet says I'm out here hacking the planet.
Spectacular setup now.
Particularly G says what's the plan today?
Tagora.
Kev _ Prime says they said, you're always too encrypted, and I'm just trying to keep things hidden.
Particle.
Hackeroni says at K _ bandwidth lol.
Particule. How you doing today? All right. The plan for today is to go through some
A
of...
Dev Panda says at Kev _ Prime groans. K _ bandwidth says at Kev _ Prime they couldn't hash out their differences. Particularly G says I'm doing fine. And you?
Good. Going through some of this Windows privilege
Hack
escalation
the
box.
Planet says my setup thanks you. Just got the undermount for the chassis last night. Need to install it.
Nice.
Wapineen says West Ham are massive.
Yeah, I don't get much into those football jerseys. They're too much for me.
Wapineen says better than your kit bruv.
I don't agree. Apples and oranges. Apples and oranges.
L _ Agenho says anything other than a Celtic shirt would be a waste. Hack the Planet says if you order them from South Korea, they aren't that bad, at least in terms of price. Quality suffers though.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, I can't see myself like wearing any of those. Now we're talking.
L _ Agenho says American hand egg is it? Kev _ Prime says are they playing a sport or attending an astrophysics convention?
American hand egg, yes.
A dev panda says @Rajanho as opposed to European hand egg.
All right. I think you did a pretty good job.
L_Rajanho says at a dev panda, I believe that is called rugby, which is fine because it doesn't misuse for the words foot or ball.
I love so much hate on American football.
K_bandwidth says rugby also pays its athletes and offers medical. No? A dev panda says you mean rugby football?
And then the last design that I'm making is still back here. There, that one. I'm going to cut it a little close. It's a local shop, and I'm supposed to be able to send it to them, and they're supposed to be able to print.
Rugby does.
Yeah, this is a local shop, so hopefully they can get it done quickly.
Kev_Prime says, since I'm not a daily viewer, this may be off topic for y'all, but have any of you been talking about the astronauts stuck up, you know where?
Oh yeah. No, we haven't. I mean, I read about it, and it's very unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
K_bandwidth says Boeing.
6 months is inconvenient, but they're still going to be alive.
L_Rajanho says, listen folks, I don't like rugby. I'm happy to throw it in a skip along with American football.
Spicy.
A dev panda says, but most of Western Europe does free at the point of application healthcare, so it's less of a risk.
Okay, I'm not going to do that now. Let's just leave it there. I'll come back to it. Thank you for the suggestion. F you, because you don't have my t-shirt.
Joaquin says, I thought I was watching American football the other day. Turns out it was just a repeat of that TV show from the 80s US soap opera called Dynasty. Easy mistake to make with all those shoulder pads.
Oh my god.
Kev_Prime says, yes, some university law professors were looking into if they could potentially have legal recourse against Boeing. Could you imagine if the astronauts filed a civil lawsuit while still in space?
My money says those astronauts signed off on an agreement that prohibit them from suing.
K_bandwidth says that Kev_Prime, who had jurisdiction?
Space Force.
Kev_Prime says, ha ha ha. A dev panda says 6 months on ISS instead of 5 days? Works for me.
I mean, it's not like it's no vacation up there.
Kev
but
underscore Prime says, yeah, I think they were just going through it for a brain exercise more so than seriousness, but it brought up interesting issues.
yeah.
K underscore bandwidth says it's like a For All Mankind plotline.
Like, what is really interesting to me is that Boeing, the company that makes airplanes,
A Dev Panda says, I guess
it makes
the
the
Outer
most
Space
sense
Treaty
for
doesn't
them to
cover
make
civil
the
torts.
transition into interstellar, you know what I mean? Space travel. But who gets there first? Or who are the ones that, like, Virgin Galactic, the guy, Branson, right, with the cell phones, Amazon with their Starliner, right? Or Blue Origin. Starliner was Boeing. Blue Origin and Tesla with SpaceX and Elon. So, like, the guy who one of the founders of PayPal,
Kev
the
underscore
guy who
Prime
runs
says, yeah, the phallic spaceship
Amazon.
company Blue Origin.
got there before Boeing, who makes planes. Like, why? It doesn't make
K
sense.
underscore bandwidth says, how did Bezos not call his red rocket with that shape?
Yeah. See, the problem with my laptop is that it's not like I'm looking for a password for an admin
A
user.
Dev Panda says, pick a space billionaire. At least Bezos created his business.
But I have a card that I have to insert to log into my laptop. So just a password's not going to help. Like, I need to find some other way to escalate privileges without a password. And that's what, like, a majority of these are for.
Wapining
looking for
says, I can't
passwords.
say too much. But there is a lot of corruption in the aerospace industry. And it massively inflates the cost of everything. No Hujiro says, is the boot drive encrypted? Hack the Planet says, nice. Can I get a copy of that card?
You cannot. Is it encrypted? I would imagine. I don't know for sure, but I
No
would
Hujiro
imagine.
says, who said what now? It lost my name.
Yeah,
No
it's
Hujiro
Firebot.
says, TTS.
No,
No
it's
Hujiro says, it's voice.
I know. I'm sorry. The TTS, the Security Live's TTS is down. At least it was last time I checked.
No Hujiro says, amused.
And do not message him. Do not bother him, please. Again, it is a passion project. I am grateful when it's up and I can use it, but
Hack the Planet says, sorry. Wink. Can you leave the room opportunistically while I make a copy? Wink.
the two winks. So, yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do. So what we were looking into yesterday was,
Wapining says, is it open source?
and I can't do, what open source? I can't do, because I'm waiting for my privilege credentials still. And actually, it's supposed to be coming to me. But I can't download what they had me
says the
do.
TTS.
Procmon.
Hack the Planet says, I'll open
It
your
is, I
source pub.
believe. Combination of
Wapining says,
using
thank you, X Hack the Planet
Procmon
X.
and task monitor. Nope. Process monitor, and there's another one. Like, it's like a more robust task manager. I can't remember what it was called, and I'm not going to boot that on stream.
Wapining says, we be shaving yaks and opening source together.
So using process monitor to identify applications as they boot, and then looking for, it's similar to like when we did the,
says Sysmon.
I don't think it's Sysmon. No, it's a more robust task manager. So it's similar to like the concept where we were taking advantage of cron jobs as they were, or privileged cron jobs that were running and accessing a file as admin. It's similar to that. We were looking for read and write. We were looking at a program reading and writing to a file as system, which we were looking at yesterday. What was the name of that?
Cocaine 1 PT says you require creds for Windows user.
What's that?
Cocaine 1 PT says or for BIOS login.
No, ripping passwords isn't going to get this done. The PCs are logged in. You can only log in with a card. Procmon. Process Explorer. Procmon. Process Explorer.
Cocaine 1 PT says okay, it's PE.
It's PE, privilege
Hack the
escalation.
Planet says cards are synonymous with signed certificates when it comes to AD, right?
I don't know.
Cocaine 1 PT says Process Explorer tongue.
Hey, Cocaine. What?
Bitspector says nerd.
Correct.
Hack the Planet says alright, turn my question into a statement and assume I'm right, D.
Okay.
Cocaine 1 PT says if PC can boot, you can try Utilman technique.
What's Utilman technique? Okay, I'll assume that that the cards are synonymous with signed certificates when it comes to AD.
Hack the Planet says if I'm right, how would you exploit user certificates to log in?
I don't know. There's a gap there. Bypass Windows logons with Utilman technique. Looks like it's for logging into a system. That's not the task. The task is escalating privileges.
Cocaine 1 PT says you can insert new user with admin privs. Wapinine says PySQL SS required, yes?
Correct. You have to have a card to log in.
Kev_Prime says utilman trick requires you to CP SIMDX to the utilman X and then it launches SIMD with system, I believe.
Yeah, it does. Actually, that is privilege escalation. So who's the
Kev_Prime
asshole?
says, but that is usually done via another system. Kev_Prime says, like mounting the ISO.
I'll take a look here.
Kev_Prime says, and then rewriting it.
Segura, there's a gap there in my knowledge. I don't know
Kev_Prime
how.
says encryption on drives breaks the utilman process.
Yeah, I'm about Jesus.
Cocaine 1 PT says BRB. Wapinine says you're about 2 meters from the desk. Kev_Prime says so utilman was used by admins for years but now it rarely works because the drives are encrypted by a BitLocker in every environment I've touched the last few years.
So the drive is encrypted. And this is on a Windows 7 machine.
Kev_Prime says is the task to log in with user credentials and then Privescape?
That's correct. Yes.
Kev_Prime says yeah, don't worry about using utilman in that situation, it won't complete what you need it to.
I'm just doing some quick reading. Okay, so that's what we were looking at, but I can't do that because I can't install Process Explorer and Process Monitor on my work laptop because I don't have my privileged credentials yet. So that's why I'm looking for other options. What is this? Like, here's passwords in unintended XML, and then IS web config.
Kev_Prime says, can you check if always install elevated works?
Always install elevated.
Hack Their Planet says unattended.xml is a Windows bootstrapping key value pair file that allows system engineers to automate the deployment of Windows machines on a network via PXE. Kev_Prime says you create a malicious MSI and run it with certain registries set and your shellcode runs as system.
So they mentioned yesterday we're looking for,
Kev_Prime
they look
says
for XML
Googling
files.
always install elevated Priv Escape will give you details. K_bandwidth says IDK, to me it sounds it's best to wait for the creds. Why are we looking for roundabout solutions?
Because that's what was assigned to me. I hear what you're saying.
Kev_Prime says XML external entity injection may also work. Hack the Planet says you must hack the planet. No Hugero says I may have missed it, but is it Windows 11?
It is Windows 11.
K_bandwidth says oh okay, that's what I wanted to ask. In that case, game on.
I'm not going to be able to install anything on it without my credentials. So I mean, yeah, there's going to be things that I'm not going to be able to do.
No Hugero says and my partner came home and I didn't know whether the drive was encrypted. I think I read that it was.
The drive is encrypted, yep. It's a good song.
No Hugero says you've got enough creds to log in but not to install stuff? Is that the gist?
That's the gist, yeah. I have a card that I have to have in the machine to log in. But I don't have permissions to download and install. Actually, there's some things that are permitted I can install, but nothing, like, it's not going to let me do WinPeas.
No Hujiro says, what are you permitted to install?
Not much.
Hack the Planet says maybe it will help to break the task down into component parts, into smaller subtasks.
I forget what it was called.
Kev_Prime says you can do this exploit without all the fancy hand-holding from Metasploit or WinPeas, but it requires manual work.
Correct, which I'm not afraid of.
Kev_Prime says as long as a registry is set. Kev_Prime says if the registry isn't set, then you're hosed. Hack the Planet says, for example, there are several ways to go about privacy in Windows. Maybe create a systematic way of testing different privacy methodologies and put those into a checklist as you test, and document exactly how you go about testing each methodology.
I can't remember the name of the thing, the application they had for monitoring what you are allowed to install and not install.
Hack the Planet says Windows Event Manager, typically aggregated on WEC. Hack the Planet says, or do they have a third-party app?
I thought it was a Windows app, but I can't get anything to pull up. Maybe it's just in my applications.
Kev_Prime says it should show up as an app or a service if it's a third-party tool.
Give me your heart. I want you to embrace me.
Kev_Prime says, but good luck if they have a bunch of stuff loaded knowing what is what XD. Gaming Golfer says, client, it doesn't have a tail so I'm pretty sure it's a hamster. Me, exasperated, okay fine. Right click on your hamster bar dumptis. Hack the Planet says depends. Some network monitoring tools, sysadmins like to create as a kernel level service or a hidden service.
Software Center. Teams, Chrome, Zoom, Adobe, Power BI, Microsoft MBAM, HP Universal Print, fonts, another Teams, OneDrive. Some of these I can't say. Nessus is on it. Oh, the agent. Office 365. Microsoft Labs.
Hack the Planet says probably Tenable.sc plus Nessus Pro at the service level. Hack the Planet says Labs is a password management framework. No Hugero says, is the laptop domain joined? Kev_Prime says Labs resets local admin passwords on a set timer and send that data out to the AD forest. Hack the Planet says nice, so Labs generates new passwords to accounts, similar to the KRB5 object generating process in SSSD for Linux. Kev_Prime says, gotta go make my little monster pancakes, I'll be back.
Togglebit.
Hack the Planet
Thank
says,
you for
hey
the
guys
raid.
at
Welcome,
Togglebit.
Raiders.
Kev_Prime says, Togglebit is love, Togglebit is life, have a good one.
Agree.
Togglebit says, I'd need to eat. Cheers all. Togglebit says, all good mate.
Enjoy Din
Togglebit
Din.
says, right,
What are
off
you
to
eating
eat.
before you leave? If I missed you, no worries. Thank you as always for the raid, Toggle.
Hack the Planet says,
fan.
Captain
Huge
Crunch Berries.
huge Togglebit fan. Huge Togglebit fan. If you're not already, you need to click the heart and follow Togglebit for my channel. An amazing resource for dev. Always willing to answer questions. And an awesome person. Captain Crunchberries, that's good. Togglebit Raiders. we are going through and looking at Windows privilege escalation techniques. Not nearly as exciting as ToggleBit's breakneck speed dev abilities. But I think almost as interesting. Almost. That close. So, if you have any questions, please let us know.
Twitch says Windows privilege escalation. Click login.
Life hacks. Twitch D, thank you for that. Oh, you have a TD at the end there. Twitch TD.
No Hugero says, hey, Windows isn't Mac.
Oh. I'm unfamiliar with Mac login methods. They have a click to log
No
in.
Hugero says Mac verifiably had that bug. Double enter to log into root. Gaming Golfer says, did you know you can get full Windows privacy with a Razer wireless mouse dongle? DLO.
WT Dawson, thank you for the follow.
Twitch
How you
says
doing?
Mac had a bad. Yup.
So we're streaming on YouTube also. I'm doing the restream thing to Twitch and YouTube, so that's what we got going on now as well.
Twitch says https://askTechnica.com/information-technology/2017/11/macOS bug lets you log in as admin with no password required /. No Hugero says,
Thank
oh
you,
dang,
Twitch.
I can watch you twice. No Hugero says twice as fun.
I wish I could extract audio so I could listen
No
or
Hugero
extract
says you're
the
faster
music.
on Twitch.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
No Hugero says quick do a Wordly, I'll get it one. No Hugero says Wordle. No Hugero says can read the future.
Neko man. Hey, thank you for the follow. How you doing today?
Nekoman says to bit boss to bit boss bit boss. Twitch says 2017, I saw a bug and walked over to head of security and told him to log out, and then I showed him that bug.
Thank you for the article. I like Ars Technica. They did a good, they did a decent job about the XZ hack, by the way. Which I don't think I could squeeze it into 5 minutes. That software, that local software meetup is doing lightning talks. And I was thinking about doing the XZ hack, but I don't think I can get it into 5 minutes.
Scott 1969 says hello.
Hey, Scott B.
Twitch says did they get to the bottom of the XZ hack? Like everything involved?
I mean, we're not gonna know who the attacker, actually was. But I mean, I think, I did a talk at it at the local university, and I used that timeline. I think it was a great breakdown. Fascinating. 2 years in the making. Social engineering and the technical background of it, fascinating. I hope we never see something like that again, but as long as you have maintainers in your repo that you don't really know, like, it could happen again. Okay, so it's activated. I know it's
Twitch
activated.
says we only know about it cause they got caught.
Correct. We got that. We got that going for us.
Mariang says hello.
Marion G, welcome back. Good to see you again. Brooklyn? Or am I remembering that wrong?
Mariang says did you guys caught?
Didn't catch
Mariang
no
says
one.
East Europe.
Oh, no, there was someone else then. Sorry about that. Who did we catch? I didn't catch anyone.
Mariang says no worries.
All right, come here, you little effer.
No Hugero says https://sploitify.x.it/.
I'll click on that.
No Hugero says this is a new one I've seen recently. No Hugero says kinda like Fobbins and Lolbins.
You're looking for an exploit in your certification story. Staring at you as OSCP.
Mariang
playing
says,
the
do you
CTF
lovely
neck.
people remember the work of Mil0 RM? No Hugero says so you could filter for LPE on Windows. No Hugero says I remember Mil0 RM.
Oh.
In your warm embrace, I lose myself. Nothing else matters. In time and space, there's nothing else. No. 'Cause I've been waiting for my whole life for one like you to light up the sky. Don't know what you do to the black and white. When I'm with you, I see multicolor.
Pebble3 says what up?
Pebble. How you doing, Pebble? Yesterday or today? I remember millworm. Like, I remember the word. I remember the phrase.
Pebble3 says 30 minutes.
Hey, we need to wish Pebble good luck right now, even though they don't need it. Pebble's taking the OSCP in 30 minutes. You don't guys say anything else if you don't want to. If you're getting geared up, you're getting water, or you're getting geared up, Pebble. But
Mariang
good
says
luck.
good luck.
Good luck. Huge step. Pebble,
No
you got
Hujiro
this.
says https://github.com/taikawai98/CVE2024 tab equals read me of file hashbook. K_bandwidth says right. Crush it at Pebble 3. Cheeto Banalto says good luck Pebble.
Hey,
No Hujiro says Pebble 3 you don't need luck, you do got this. No Hujiro says, poof. Pebble
Nah,
3
yeah.
says thank you all lesson 3. Cheeto Banalto says either a successful exam run or a successful recon
and
run.
I'll leave you with this.
There is no failure.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
Yeah. Yep.
Blue 3C0N says ahoy B7H30, nice to see you again.
Hey. BlueCon. That's right. Good to see you. Good to see you again. Loaf, thank you for that. I'll click on that. I'll click on that. I'll click on that. Hey, I click on anything. Anything. Yeah.
Mariang says well it wasn't just a phrase, it was an archive of exploits, not quite responsable disclosure but it was public, and the developers could have read about their lack of oversight. Blue 3C0N says do not open images.
Oh, yeah. No, images, links.
Scott 1969 says Pebble squash it.
Learning how to hack over on YouTube. Thank you very much for saying hello on YouTube.
No Hujiro says that's a book for the second exploit that was on that Exploitify link. Source code and solution so you can read the code and compile it yourself. Pops an NT authority /system command shell. Heart of War 26 says, TCM. No Hujiro says really recent exploit, so the laptop could still be unpatched.
Yeah. I saw that one was from 2024. Learning how to hack over on YouTube. Let me know if you have any questions. Second exploit link. The second one? The second exploit was on
No Hujiro says if the laptop has KB 5,039,214 installed, it won't be vulnerable.
Were you talking about the MSI one? Or this Windows kernel one? I was looking at the MS kernel one, but well, they're both from 2024.
No Hujiro says that patch only got released June 11th. Kernel 1 is 30,088 which is the book I linked. Scott 1969 says he is not kidding. Look at his browsing history. He clicks on anything and everything.
Everything. I'm a little disappointed I haven't been rickrolled yet this morning, but
Mariang says there's a Guinness record for rickrolling people.
okay, I was reading stuff yesterday about
Hujiro
this.
says https://totalinitariofshell.com.
I'll click on that.
No Hujiro says pulled from your own dog's smile. Mariang says care to guess who was the last one to be
Fortunately, I
rickrolled in
can't
that
let it play
attempt.
that long, or YouTube will get me there. So spectacular. Thank you. That's my favorite one, actually. I don't like the YouTube rickroll. That thing. Oh, actually, that's Cypher Enigmas, right? Yeah, that's Cypher Enigmas. Thanks for the stretch. Really want to find something here.
Mariang says it was the actual judges for the attempt. It was beautiful.
The judges for the attempt were being rickrolled. That is pretty awesome, actually.
Hack the Planet says I got a new cereal delivery device a few weeks back. I'm stoked to try it out.
Cereal delivery advice? Are you talking about the snack, the cereal cup?
Mariang says a spoon. Hack the Planet says https://a.co/d/4h0z.
I'll click on that.
Pebble3 says https://admin.3hackm.com/r/room/b7h30. Have you seen the new THM room?
I've seen this. Small Beanie wanted me to buy this. Actually, I'm having a hard time with her for breakfasts. I should look into it again. Look at this little shit. You can't see it over here. She's got Air Force Ones.
Mariang says so it's not to soak all the cereals? Kev_Prime says just made mine pancakes. Hack the Planet says it's great for cereal on the go. D.
Okay, let's look at the proof of concept too now.
Mariang says OTG. No Hujiro says look through the PUC source code, nothing untoward or unsuspectingly suspicious in there. You'd have to clone the project to your computer. Open it with Visual Studio or some other IDE that can work with Xproj files. Compile the exploit. Copy it to the other machine with a USB, or some other tool. Run it. Hopefully get shell. But before you do that, check whether the laptop has the KB5039214 patch installed. If not, you're good to go. Mariang says the only serial OTG should be RS-232.
Okay, you know what? Let's check this right now, actually. Because actually, if it has it, I can report it to my boss, and they can do it.
Hack the Planet says aka rollover cable.
Okay, how do I check if a device has a patch installed? Patch version.
No Hujiro says if you work on checking the patch, I'll see if I can quickly get the PUC compiled for you. Kev_Prime says Mick Fliss brief.
So I love you all, but again,
Andre21 says get hot fix.
you can't see anything.
Hack the Planet says Windows updates greater than view update history. Mariang says wire cup. when you can have a proper bowl. https://odditymore.com/include
'Cause you can't do that if you're
content
driving.
/ this genius cereal bowl separates your milk and cereal to prevent sogginess thumb.jpg. Kev_Prime says, oh yeah, Windows update history. Hack the Planet says, oh yay, that in PowerShell.
That's not going to work. I have to
Kev_Prime
keep my
says,
hand
but I
here.
like being able to pipe stuff out to a text and then Control FB. The presentation of patched listings on the Windows Update tab is ass. Mariang says you also can't really drink and drive.
You don't see a screen, do you? No. Driving with two mouses. Driving with two mice. Start.
Hack the Planet says the plural is Mrs. Mariang says, who said that? Kev_Prime says, oh at Andre 21 us I didn't realize get hotfix allowed you to input a specific one. Hack the Planet says maybe mooses. Kev_Prime says
Updating
that's nice of
security.
you. Scott 1969 says, how about the Cinnamon Toast Crunch bars? They are great. No Hugero says XD Windows Defender picks up the PUC, so unless some obfuscation is done to it, it will likely get flagged immediately. Mariang says, 8-ball mices?
Yeah, we have Defender. The last update was KB.
Hack the Planet says, yee, I
It's
should get a home
susceptible.
recipe for Cinnamon Toast Crunch bars. The
It's
$3 a
susceptible,
pop
but-
package stuff is too rich for my blood.
But like you said, Defender picks it up.
No Hugero says there are sometimes places you can put files that Defender doesn't bother scanning.
I see you believing that patience is your fearless scars on your heart are slowly healing. Space and time was
Mariang says not the Windows Drive.
hurting heals inside. I'll be your guide. Have faith and try to
Kev_Prime says I take it the registry for always install elevator wasn't set or you didn't want to craft an easy.
hold you when you're going through hell. I love you more than anybody else. Anybody else. Anybody else. I want you more than anybody else. I hold you
No, I'm still running that one down.
more than anybody else. Anybody else. Anybody else.
Okay.
Kev_Prime says copy XML external entity injection for task scheduler is also an oldie but goodie. Scott 1969 says well, the coffee-bathed keyboard can still type, gonna let it rest some more.
Oh, that's not good.
Mariang says was there sugar in the coffee? Scott 1969 says tons. Scott 1969 says I know it makes a better conductor. Kev_Prime says that no Hujuro you can just disable Defender as you use it through a few exploits. It's like access control, it's there but it's not really there. Mariang says that Scott 1969 well, it's carbon.
Nothing more and nothing less, baby, now you know I made up my mind. And I ain't gonna come crawling back. You're trying so hard to be relevant, relevant. You're breaking hearts just for the hell of it, hell of it. Oh baby, I think you should
Hack the Planet says I wanted to design a new input device that reads the minds of developers and produces an output in the IDE, but on beta testing the product got 15 developers in hot water with HR.
choke on all the lies you told. I love you, touched on when and turn to gold. You're freezing up, I left you in the cold. Hope you choke on, I hope you choke on.
Mariang says, at X Hack the Planet X well if the HR is sexy that would not mind those said developers. Scott 1969 says at Mariang I was lucky, it wasn't tons and I took it apart and wiped it down, we will see. Mariang says, at Jacuzzi. Hack the Planet says one coder was said to just code I like to move it constantly in assembly. Scott 1969 says I was lucky, it completely missed the computer and its keyboard. Mariang says, video without actually showing the code, and just a terminal doesn't quite convince me. Twitch says at X Hack the Planet XXD.
We got a rare connection we don't wanna lose, and I don't care.
Read about this yesterday too. Junctions and symbolic links.
Leave just me and you, do what we do. I want you all to myself. Everything I do it for you. Yeah, yeah. 'Cause I've been made to feel like I'm worth nothing at all. Then you come up, exude my love and change that. Now I've been made to feel like I got it all.
Hack the Planet says, HTTP.
You change me.
Twitch says any reason why you have text-to-speech enabled for everything including Earls.
You know what? If there's an option in Firebot, I don't know
Kev_Prime
how
says
to.
so we
I don't
can
know how
do
to do
this.
that. I don't mind all the messages coming in. Mike, I can.
Kev_Prime says www just kidding.
Yeah. So if you know the setting in here for me to turn off
No
URLs,
Hujiro says web link. Scott 1969 says at B7H30 I am glad you don't have smell-o-vision, because the browns stink.
oh, hurtful. I don't know. We'll see. I always go in with a very low bar. Yeah, they stink. They do stink.
Kev_Prime says add a filter.
Add a filter. Filter. Add a filter. Message text. How do I filter URLs?
Kev_Prime says contains.
What, like HTTPS? Just HTTP.
Kev_Prime says yeah, try it. Twitch says oh, but then if it contains HTTP, it won't read the rest of message.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Kev_Prime says
Yeah, so
Hybrid Low says HTTP. Now that we're alone chat, what evil shenanigans will be up to today, Papa? Twitch
try.
says okay, NVM.
Yep. Not a priority right now.
Mariang says at Hybrid Low same like every night, we shall take over the world. Hybrid Low says at Mariang lol. Kev_Prime says starts with instead of contains might just filter out messages that are just exactly links, but same issue, it won't read out any text after the link. Pebble3 says okie doke, time to lock in now, later.
Good luck, Pebble. You got this. Kick its ass.
K_bandwidth says be a boulder at Pebble3. Scott 1969 says go get it, boo oil. Twitch says found a path to filtering out URLs from text to speech. https://github.com/crowbartools/firebot/wiki/writing custom scripts.
I will open that to come back to it later. Thank you.
Kev_Prime says Nisu. Kev_Prime says has anyone reserved their sunlight for 2025? I heard reservations are running out.
What are you talking about?
Kev_Prime says oh boy. Kev_Prime says it's gonna blow her mind. Kev_Prime says a startup. Kev_Prime says is making a mirror satellite.
A mirror satellite?
Kev_Prime says that will reflect sunlight down to you at nighty.
Oh my god. How does that even... You individually? Get out of here.
Kev_Prime says I'll link it's real. Andre21
So a
says
death ray.
so a death ray. Mariang says we already have that. Andre21 says nice. Mariang says it's called the moon.
The moon.
Scott
called the moon.
1969 says feel so much better today, after yesterday's ER visit. For once they found something.
Oh my... What? What did they find?
Kev_Prime says https://www.reflectorbital.com/. Twitch says moon is original death ray. K underscore bandwidth says I hate that idea, means more waking hours.
Don't make me go away from you now.
This sounds like a terrible idea.
Mariang says now this it's called a weapon. Kev underscore prime says ha ha ha.
There's no way this is real. There's
Twitch
no way
says
this is
I
real.
thought we already established light pollution is a thing and bad. I guess this company wants to undo that. Mariang says concentrated energy on a fixed point.
Until I see proof of concept, this is not real.
Mariang says it's a death ray. Kev underscore prime says apply for sunshine today. Kev underscore prime says limited spots.
This would be
Kev
great for my part
underscore
of the
prime
world.
says Q4 2025. Twitch says also, clouds are DDoS.
Right. Can I do this like in the middle of the day? I don't think I zoomed right in on it.
Mariang says well, just look at the earth, does it seem it need to be illuminated at night, by sun? Mariang says if anything we need to turn off the lights.
Four minutes.
Kev underscore prime says remember when you played with a magnifying glass and torture dance as a child, now you can finally get back at your ex-girlfriend. No Hujiro says how else are the aliens going to find us?
Oh my god. This isn't real.
Twitch says this sounds like an idea thought of by someone with too much money and not enough people around them telling them the honest truth. Mariang says Automod it's such a child. K underscore bandwidth says that Twitch the king is naked. Mariang says we erect bigger pyramids.
Mary,
Twitch
I
says
got
no.
no choice. I mean, people sometimes, you know, like real assholes show up. You know what I mean? In my area of the world is barely good.
Scott 1969 says all of the recent pain I was having around my feeding tube was from it being in the muscle. It is called buried
What?
bumper syndrome.
What does
So they pulled the G tube out and put a new one in while I was in the ER.
feeding tube was in the muscle?
Kev underscore prime
So they
says
pulled
correction
the
sure the
G-tube.
scale is extreme to good, there is nothing less than good. Andre 21 us says ooh, it's already set up to melt the polar ice caps, nice. Kev underscore prime says marketing made sure of that.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Mariang says well, guess
But-
the solution of reducing pollution on Earth is to outsource it to space.
But the duration
Mariang
is
says
4
real
minutes.
genius move.
What is 4 minutes of sunlight in the 4 minutes? Well, 5 kilometers is that's like 3 miles. 3 miles wide. What good is that? What good is 4 minutes of sunshine in the middle of the
Marianne
night
says
for?
it's nothing. Twitch says Q4 2025 is put date. Andre 21 says depends on much power it can transfer. Mariang says we can't really harness the solar energy during the day. Twitch says if it works they will expand. Kev_Prime says this is just the first set of satellites. Once Pook is out then they'll go full Elon and maybe you can get a few hours. Mariang says so we're gonna spend huge amount of money to not capture it at night.
So what's this? This is it actually happening? Get the fuck out of here. Honestly, this is such I can't believe they can get away with shit. This shit.
Mariang says China already tried.
4 kilometers, right? 5 kilometers? Is that what it said? 5 kilometers is 3 miles.
Kev_Prime says 3 kilometers. Kev_Prime
3 miles.
says 5 kilometers.
So
Mariang says
say
they
you
were
lose
planning
a
to
half a
obscure the
mile
sun.
through dissipation.
Kev_Prime says 3 meters. Mariang says and to concentrate the energy in one point.
No, 5 diameters, 5 kilometers. I don't like that song at all. It's terrible. So it's 3 miles.
K_bandwidth says Lamal shine it on remote tribes and then appear to them and say you're an envoy of God.
All right. Oh my God. Hi. Hi.
Twitch says
Why are
I
you
think
down
those
here?
are all marketing media pics.
Hi. Yeah. Mom's upstairs. Why don't you go upstairs? Go upstairs.
Scott 1969 says 3.15 miles. Twitch says 8Ka not real. Kev_Prime says at Twitch invest now get in the ground floor of a booming space business.
Okay, well, this was a fun little tangent, but I got to get to work, which I'm going to keep working on.
Mariang says the space does go boom. Ice_black_ice says hey yo.
Hey, Ice Black Ice.
Because for some reason people just accept that the sun goes down at night, and
Like, in the 2 seconds that guy talked, I could hear his bullshit.
Mariang says for those of you whom don't know,
all the solar farms, at which point I was in. I couldn't stop really imagining what it would
Twitch
be like
says
to
that
stand
Kev_Prime
in
boom
a
is
farm.
sometimes a good thing
they'll
or a
talk
bad
like
thing.
this.
I think it's the latter in
Some
this
people
case.
just accept that the sun goes down at night.
Mariang says they're an issue with the current mission and we let 2 people on the ISS. Twitch says I think SpaceX saving them though. Mariang says in 8 months. Kev_Prime says yep we discussed that a bit earlier. Kev_Prime says wild times for space.
Yep. We talked about that earlier on. We
Which
talked about
says
it. I
8
thought
months is better
was,
than no plan.
Agree. I just thought it was
Marianne
bizarre
says,
that.
so I am late to the party.
Yeah, I just thought it was bizarre that Boeing, a plane company that you'd think would transition into, space travel, couldn't get it right. But, the guy who started PayPal and runs Tesla, and another guy who runs
Twitch says
Amazon
unrelated,
for delivering,
selling puts on Boeing.
put it together faster and better.
Kev_Prime says buying puts you mean? Selling puts would mean you want the stock to go up. Twitch says betting on government bailout. Your lover 48 says commands.
Hey, your lover. Welcome to the chat. How you doing? You caught me right at the end. So, if you're on YouTube, thank you kindly for showing up and saying hello. We had a couple people pop in and say hi.
Your lover 48 says hey.
Hey. I gotta go to work. So you caught me right at the end. I'll be on again tomorrow morning, though. Yeah. Great conversation today. I got a bunch to chew on here. I'm
Your
going to go
lover
back
48
and
says okay.
mess around.
See you next time then.
I'm gonna mess around with Windows privilege escalation. I got to visit the other office, and then I'm coming right back down here.
Mariang says okay. Whoever made the site with the solar reflect, massive respect for the skill. Hey_bandwidth says see you Theo, TGIF.
TGIF is right.
Mariang says but, total failed to actually ship it.
Have a great day. Hey, I'm anxious to hear how Pebble's doing, how Pebble does today, so.
Twitch says what does B7H30 come from?
Yep. So 7H30 was my
Mariang says it's not friendly at all to understand what user looks at.
Name for Theo. And it was given to me by a hacking Discord that I was in called Lock. They gave it to me. Chloe Lawkins over on YouTube. How you doing? What kind of things did I cover tonight? We were looking at Windows privilege escalation.
Twitch says
I can do this a little bit before I take off.
337 speak.
Yep, Leet Speak. Theo and Leet Speak.
Mariang says not Lockheed Martin.
Windows privilege escalation. Here you go, Chloe. We talked about that. We talked about this ridiculous company out there that's doing satellite reflections of of the sun.
Mariang says https://www.reflectorbiddle.com/.
Yep.
Twitch says okay. Have a good day. Bye.
Yep. I'm trying to think what else. I think that was it. Oh, and I whined a little bit about how the Browns don't have a T-shirt available, so I'm making my own. Which I think I'm getting this pixelated process down. I'm getting through these pretty quick now. This one took me the better part of 2 days. This one was like only a couple hours. And I'm almost done with it. So that's what we were working on, Chloe. Thanks for stopping by. I'm not sure. I don't think my Streamlabs oh no, Stream Elements just goes to Twitch chat, not YouTube chat. I gotta work on that. Yep, we gotta work on that. Okay. Yeah, hope to see you again, Chloe. We're going to raid Togglebit over on Twitch. I don't know what it does on YouTube. I think it ends when I click stop streaming. So Togglebit raided us. We're going to hit back to Togglebit. Have a great day. I'm going to leave you with this on Twitch. And Chloe, I'll read it for you. Start. If it's something that, if there's something that you want to do and you feel passionate about it, you should start doing it today. Keep in mind though, your first workout, your first podcast, your first speech, your first video or anything will be bad. But you can't make your 100th of something without making your first. So start today. Quit. No, don't quit. Start today. If I can help at all, please let me know. If you need encouragement at all, that's what our community is for. This is a welcoming, supportive, encouraging community that we've created here. So let us know how we can help. I want to help. I've had a lot of help. I've asked for a lot of help in my life, and I want to help. I want to help people with. I want to help people however I can. Okay. We're gonna raid Togglebit. Have a great day. I may be on Simply Cyber here in about an hour. We'll see. Depends on what kind of movement I get on this thing. Have a great day. Thanks for hanging out on YouTube, Chloe. We have a Discord. I think it's in YouTube. I'm on Twitch as B7H30 also. So you can get a hold of me that way if you need to. Thank you. Thanks, Chloe. That's all I want. That's all I want. Okay, I'm going to raid, and then I'm going to slip into my own channel on YouTube.
And what do we need for this thing? We need an option down any state. Ooh, okay.
L_Agenho says catch ye later.
All right, Ragano.
Immutable. Any state. Of course, we need access to the state. Okay, what else do we need? We need...
Twitch D found crates.io.
Although that should probably have...
Uh-oh, did it go? There we go. Did we go?
Theo, how you doing? Are you done already? How was the stream? Sorry, I didn't get a chance to watch much of it. I went upstairs, made some food, ate food, and back to this again. How did it go? Good? Nice, nice. Welcome, Raiders. I am Togglebit here on Twitch. I have no idea what I'm doing. All right, we need a context.
Okay. Chloe.
Oh, I guess we do. So when you do, you do, right? Type context.
Let me see. Are we still here? Are you still on YouTube? Yeah, I'm still streaming on YouTube. Okay.
Okay, component context. I just had scrambled eggs, the same as yesterday. I had 5 scrambled eggs on rice cakes, like some kind of healthy person, right? Like some kind of health person. Like some kind of a person who doesn't want to die when they're 60. Okay, no.
Toggle.
Too long. Can we cheat?
Yeah. Okay. Is there... I need to look that up. I don't know if that works.
Which of these buttons makes me young and handsome? Okay, so instead of doing this,
Powered by Restream. Okay, so can I... The Stream Elements, can I connect Stream Elements to YouTube and Twitch at the same time?
Nice. Yeah, I prescribe to the Gordon Ramsay school of cooking eggs. So I cook the eggs while I yell at myself how bad it is and I cry into the eggs. Let's see, what is this one?
Okay, I know I'm still on YouTube. I think I'm still on YouTube. I'm trying to get my bearings for how YouTube and... Oh God, the quality, is that right? Oh, the quality does not look good. Thanks, Chloe. How... Okay, I'll show you what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the Twitch chat bot. Settings? No. How do you do that?
Yo, check. Yeah, we're not the type to play games. You can state claims. Came to show the movement moving like a freight train, breaking walls and crumble.
What do I want to do? I want to get... Oh, wait, no. I need to ingest YouTube chat into Firebot. Can I connect Firebot as well? Connections. Bot. No, I don't have a bot account. I don't know. I don't know how to... I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. But I don't have time to do it now. I was hoping it was something quick. You know what I mean? Because I have all my commands in Stream Elements. And I want to be able to like do my Discord command, and it would give you, you know what I mean? Every command that I run only goes to Twitch chat. I want it to go to Twitch and YouTube.
It makes me uncomfortable. Guess the feelings are mutual. To feel something so sweet in the thick midsummer heat. Pulled out by the undertow, washed up right onto the shore. Tide came in like the sea and washed all over me. We're not holding back any hesitancy we've had. To the fast lane we'll lose track.
Add channels, add YouTube, add Twitch. Why'd I come back here? I was already logged in.
Let's take it slow.
Wait, I have two separate dashboards? Oh my gosh.
You can have my whole soul, and we're not holding back any hesitancies we had. You hold the key and I'm on track. You're dead late to me and that's that.
Nothing's working. I don't have time for this today.
We're burning the rubber and biting the dust. There's nothing to it. I'm starting to feel the rush. Starting to feel the rush.
I already did this.
Shines underscore says bro play koth PLSSS.
No King of the Hill today. Shins. Anyways, okay. Well, Chloe, thank you. And YouTube and Twitch, see you later.